Hello, my name is Chloe. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm bringing to you another week's weekly reading vlog. So, lots of reading has to happen this week. I genuinely can't even budge on it because I've got so many responsibilities that I have to get my head down and read. This is potentially no screen time, no nothing, just read. I do have a few videos to edit, so that's kind of a terrifying angle to look at it, because if I've got the videos to edit, then it's hard to read in that time, but we're going to try our best. So the first responsibility I have this week is All These Bodies by Kendara Blake. This is the Chloe's Crime Scene Corner buddy read for the month. It's only a short one, so it's going Monday through Friday. I have 3-star expectations for this book because it has such polarizing reviews, so I'm hoping I love it. It says, a gruesome killer, 16 bodies completely drained of blood, one impossible explanation. It could be one of these things that I love and everyone else hates, but not feeling the best about it, we will see. The next responsibility I have is a buddy read of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, which I'm doing with Emily, and now Claire is joining us as well. So I need to start that one off today. This is a week-long buddy read, and the chunks of pages are quite hefty, so I'm going to need to try and find time to get round to this. Clearly I will get round to this. I'm going to prioritise the buddy read, but it is a lot to go on and a very intimidating book as well. So all that being said, I then have other responsibilities too. Well, not responsibilities, things I want to read. So I'm currently under halfway through Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers. So this is going to be my audiobook while I work during the first part of the week. I then have Never Been Better by Leanne Toshiko Simpson. This one I need to have a review up in the next 2 weeks. So I need to read this, take a very aesthetic picture of it and get it ready for Instagram. So hopefully this one's quite quick. It is under 300 pages. I just need to have it read at some point this week. We're still going. I'm then just over halfway through Air of Fire, the Trash for Mass book for this month. So I'm on about page 300. So yeah, just over halfway, about 250 pages to go of this one. And last week I pulled We Have Always Lived in the Castle out of my TBR jar, and I haven't even started the first page. So not a necessity, but is an option. So I think we can all agree, if I can pick it up, that this isn't really possible in a week. Definitely not with my current reading speed. We're gonna give it our best go. Hello, it is Wednesday, so I thought I should probably update the vlog even though I haven't sat with my camera or anything. I have 2 books that I started on Monday night, one of which I've continued tonight. The one I'm further into is All These Bodies by Kendara Blake, and I didn't realise until after I started this that the average rating is a 3.2 something, so it's incredibly low. I am now about 115 pages in. I'm exactly 115 pages in, and I feel like I see why the rating's so low, but I'm persevering. I hope to read a little bit more of this tonight, but yeah, I'm not dying to read it. And then on Monday I started The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I'm currently about 80 pages in and I like it, but I don't love it, so we will see. I'm now going to sit for the next 2 hours and read some more of these books and yeah, see where I can get to, but I'm feeling good about Addie, but not amazing yet. Hello, it is now Saturday morning and I'm trying to get out and do things early, but it is now 9 o'clock and I'm just about ready to leave. So I thought I'd probably update the vlog first with what's going on, which is basically nothing. I have worked insanely hard this week, so much so that it spilled into Patreon reading sprints last night and I'm just exhausted. I don't want to do any more work. There are still things in this flat that need putting away. I really thought I'd be completely done by now, but it's just things that take time to, like, where am I going to put this, you know? So I'm going to try and do a little bit more this weekend. I'm not going to promise myself that it's all going to be put away, because then that means it doesn't happen. So reading, I wanted to update you on a few things. Last night I did finish All These Bodies by Kendara Blake, and I gave it 2 stars. I didn't particularly like this book. So this is a YA horror murder mystery, I guess. We have a family at the beginning that has been slaughtered, and our main character is a 17-year-old boy, I think, and we're back in the 1950s. He is the sheriff's son, and he is wanting to cover the story and find out what happened, and he develops some sort of, like, chatty, I guess, relationship with the girl who is found at the crime scene. And the writing was very easy to read. When I got into this, I was reading it so quickly, but the story was so disappointing. If you want a murder mystery where you find out who the murderer is, don't read this book, because why would we need answers? Genuinely, this could have been a 4-star read if we actually got a wrapped up ending, but I was like, wait, what happened? I did love the writing, as I said, so I probably would read more from this author if I saw it in, like, a charity shop or the library. But yeah, real disappointment, this one, unfortunately. I then have been cracking on with The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I'm currently on page 308, and I feel like me and Emily are having very similar opinions on this right now. She's a little bit ahead of me. But I, right now, don't see the hype, which is probably the most controversial opinion I've had on a book ever, because everyone rates this 5 stars. Right now, I don't particularly care. Would I even go as far as saying it's fine? I'm actually a little bored. Very slow paced, very, very slow paced. So we will see. Hopefully I will finish this off today or tomorrow. But for now, I'm really not too fussed about it, which, most controversial bookish opinion ever. Then I better move my bookmark in this one before I tell you how far through I am, because I'm listening to the audiobook. I don't know where I am. Let's go about there. I'm listening to the audiobook of Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers, and I do like this, but I don't love it. So I'm reading very meh books right now for me. I'm on about page 188. So I'm over halfway. I've got about 2 hours left of the audiobook. I'm going to listen to it while I go into town in a minute and hopefully get this finished off. But yeah, I just don't really care right now. So we're following Vera, who owns a tea shop. She's a little Chinese mother and she's very bossy, takes control of a situation. So when a dead body is found in her tea shop, she takes control of the murder investigation, even when the police tell her that it definitely wasn't a murder. So I'm enjoying it, but I'm not, like, absolutely in love with it, which I feel like I feel about the same as this author's other book, Dial for Aunties. Dial for Aunties was probably the same amount of funny, but yeah, just didn't, I don't know, not really engaged, I guess. But I'm going to try and finish the audiobook. We have had an injury. I have broken my first nail, and I wondered what everyone was complaining about. This hurt. So I've broken my first nail, we have an injury. I need to go out today, so what I'm going to do, I've got an order to pick up at the works. I will admit there is one book in that order for me, but I had to do it to make certain things work and click and collect prices and stuff like that. So there is a book for me in there. I'll show you it later. I'm finishing off some gifts for people, so I'll be able to go grab those things today. And then I was going to do a come to the library with me, but I have so many books on my physical TBR. Like, I have both of these I want to finish this weekend, as well as Air of Fire and Never Been Better. So I have too much to read. And next week is the whatchamacallit, Final Book Support Group. So yeah, I have far too much to read to be adding books to my TBR. So I might do that in the future, but I don't know. We will see. Any other updates? I booked a trip to Spain. I guess that's an update, for September with my family. Haven't been away with my family since 2019, because obviously I use all of my annual leave to go away with Cole. We'll go away to see Cole. but I have been fortunate enough to land in this job where they will let me work from the States when I go away on trips. So we'll just do a couple of days work. So the fact that they're letting me do that means that I have been able to spare 5 days of my vacation time to go to Spain with my family. So that's always nice. We're going to Calpe and I'm really excited to go. Actually, the last family trip I went on was Spain in the summer of 2019, just before I went out and met Cole in the October of 2019 for the first time. So yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've flown with my family, and I'm very like set on the airport now. Annoyingly, we are flying from Bristol, so I don't know Bristol as well as I know Birmingham, so I can't boss them around as much. But anyway, I'm rambling. Let's go out into town. I'll take my camera. Maybe I'll film some bits. We'll see. I am home. It might look slightly more disheveled, but it's not that cold out there today, so walking around in like a jumper and jeans and rushing really got me a little bit, you know. So I'm back. I did want to film more of the library. I made a slight mistake in I was chatting to the librarian beforehand, and then I was just kind of like politely letting her know that I was filming and no people's faces were in it. It was just the books and the shelves, and she said like, no, can I check that you're allowed to do that? Kind of backfired, because I was like, oh, I just want to let her know that I'm not being weird, and it kind of turned into, well, we'll just check you're allowed to do that. So that's fine. She's gonna come back to me at a later date and maybe talk a little bit about what I can do in the library, and maybe some things for their Facebook page too. So that's exciting, but it just kind of derailed my content for this vlog, so never mind. I did get my books, so I picked up my order from the works, and it is a collection of gifts for different people going into different boxes. I bought a lot of things, but again, things like I would get something for myself and then for a gift for someone else. So nothing I can really show you there, but I can show you these books. So the first one I grabbed is The Locked Door by Frida McFadden. This is obviously the author of The Housemaid, and Emily got me Never Lie, I want to say it's called. It's up there somewhere. So then I've got myself this one. It sounds kind of creepy. When 11-year-old Nora Davis was up in her bedroom doing homework, she had no idea her father was killing women in the basement. Like, it sounds very, very creepy, so we're here for it. And then I did treat myself. I wasn't gonna get it. I promised I wasn't gonna get it, but I got Mile High by Liz Tom Ford. This is about Xanders and Stevie. Xander says Chicago hockey isn't complete without me. I'm the player everyone loves to hate, the one who spends most of the game in the penalty box and leaves the arena with a different girl every match. And then Stevie says, I thought I'd seen it all as a flight attendant until I started working for the biggest diva in the sport. Unfiltered, unapologetic, too attractive for his own good, Evan Xanders. So yeah, this is like a 600-page contemporary romance that everyone seems to be reading right now. So I decided to grab myself a copy, as well as this thriller, and as well as the gifts I got for everyone else. So now I need to wrap up my gifts for Becca, because they need to go out in the post. They're all done, so they need wrapping up and sending out. So I'll be wrapping those, carrying on listening to Vera Wong. I think I have, oh, as it loaded, I have an hour and 44 minutes left. So we'll definitely get this done today, and then I will sit down and do some physical reading, I guess. Okay, and I finished a book. I finished Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers, and I've given it 3 stars. I need to regain 3 stars not being a bad rating, because 3 stars to me, as I have explained many, many times to the long-standing viewers, means that this book is fine. It is not a bad book, I just don't have any sort of like outstanding love for it. So 3 stars is an absolutely fine book. This one, the murder mystery element wasn't that fantastic, but I know that's not what we were here for. We were here for the humour. I've read Dial A for Aunties, and it's very, very humorous, more than like a fully fleshed out story. So we were here for the humour. Vera Wong brought the humour. I found her quite funny. I was like almost giggling, especially towards the start of the book. But yeah, it just didn't do anything outstandingly special for me. This does already have someone's name on it, so I'm not going to put it on Vinted. It's not in like the unhaul. It's already got plans of where it's going. That was very like I don't know, I can't think of the polite word. There are plans. It is going to somebody and I hope they appreciate it. So now it's like 2 o'clock already. I don't know how that happened. I've got very cold all of a sudden. The weather's like absolutely just changed. So I'm going to read some more Addie, I guess. I'm not really like reaching for it, which kind of sucks. I have some things to put away in this room, so I could do that. But do I really want to? No, not really. I don't know. I'm not really in the mood to do anything too important right now. Hello, we are in the same background. I am going to try and film some stuff while I'm out today, but we will see. It is Sunday. It is very early on Sunday morning. I say very early, it's like 8 o'clock. I've been getting up earlier on the weekends, I'm taking it. I stayed up until about 1 p.m. 1 p.m? Oh my God, I'm not cooperating. Cooperating? Why are my words not working? Trying again. I stayed up until about 1 a.m. this morning to finish The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. And I have given this 3.5 stars, which on reflection of sleep, I feel like is too generous. So hear me out. I have spoken to a few people who didn't love this because we are completely against the hype. I just didn't really care for this. I think V.E. Schwab has a great way of building an aesthetic. Gallant, I read and I gave 4 stars pretty much just for the aesthetic. This one, the writing was lovely. The writing was lovely. So if anyone has never explained, I don't know if I have in this vlog, we're following Addie LaRue, who makes a deal with the devil, essentially, to live a free life, and in return, she basically will live forever, but no one will remember her. So the second that people turn away, they don't know who she is when they turn back round. She can spend the night with someone and in the morning they think they've had like some sort of drunk filled night that's caused them to sleep with this woman and they've got no idea who she is. There were a few little bits in the story where I was like, wait, would this not have meant that they would have lost their memory quicker? Like, how do you spend an entire night with someone and they don't pee? Like, surely they get up, go to the toilet, and then they're like, oh, who are you? You can't follow them to the toilet. Anyway, that's besides the point. The ending was good, but I don't think it really made up for the rest of the story being a bit, like, dragging on. This is 550 pages. I think it could have done with being 350. And it could have even been a 5-star, who knows. It was just too long, so I spent days reading this book and just trudging through words that I didn't really care about and I didn't think furthered the story. So I have read it. That sounds like a very negative review, but I'm just trying to explain why I don't get the hype along with everyone else. So it sounds negative. I did clearly enjoy some parts of it. 3 stars for me is a fine book. 3.5, we're bordering on good, but it wasn't for me. So this one is being unhauled. This was originally a gift from Leandra, so thank you so much, Leandra. I've kept your gift note for it because it was so sweet. I've put that in my journal. But yeah, I'm not keeping the book after reading. So the plan for today is to read Never Been Better by Leanne Toshiko Simpson. My review for this needs to go up next week on Instagram, so I need to get reading, and it just so happens I am going somewhere with a beach today. It is hammering it down with rain, but I am going to the joys of Weston-super-Mare, or Weston-super-Mare as it is actually called. Me, my mum, my dad are having just like a nice little family day out, and deciding you don't need sun for that to go to the beach. Of course not. It's only about an hour and a bit away from me, so yeah, we're going to the beach and I'm going to read this book about a much sunnier beach on the way there, on the way back, and yeah, it depends what we really do during the day. So this is the plan, and I will update you on my day out. Hopefully, I remember. YouTube content too.
Now for the pedal to go.
Hello, hello. Oh dear. It is actually now Monday morning and I'm about to leave for work. I am in the office every day this week. I may be allowed to work from home on Friday. So yeah, I'm up early, ready to go, but I need to update you on yesterday. Well, the whole weekend probably. So I actually ended up getting up at like 6 a.m. yesterday and heading down to Weston with my parents. We went for a nice little breakfast and then we cycled over 10 miles from Weston seafront to Breen and back again. I am not a cyclist. I am in a lot of pain this morning. But yeah, it was really nice to go out and do something exercisey with my parents. They were quite like motivational when I started struggling, so you know, all good. But what that did mean is I didn't really read much yesterday. I did get back at like tea time, and then I sat with my book until like 9 p.m. And I was reading Never Been Better by Leanne Chico Simpson. I have to read this because my review needs to go up on Saturday. No, yeah, maybe Saturday. And I got to page 79, and I'm not fond of this. So nothing was really making me want to pick it up and want to continue it, so I just kind of gave up and went to bed. I actually fell asleep watching BookTube, and then woke up and had missed like 10 videos, and then went to bed properly. So I was not really vibing with it, but I need to put a review up. I need to take a lovely picture. I need to be positive, and just not say anything mean. But for now, I really can't be bothered to read this, which is a problem, seeing as next week is the final book support group. So I will be talking to you about that in the start of the next vlog, but for now, we will leave it here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this week. It's been a bit of a weird one mentally, so I don't know how that's come across on camera, but thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you did get to this point, please leave me a shark emoji for the little shark fins sticking out in the sea of this picture. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here with me this week. I really do hope you liked the video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.